Welcome back. In the last video, we talked about why everyone lies, from your neighbor John saving face to politicians driving their massive personal ambitions. But I promised you a toolkit, a way to see right through the noise and figure out if someone is actually lying to your face. Today, we are putting on our detective hats. To catch a liar, you have to look at the four major channels of information: their words, their voice, their face, and their body. Hi there, I'm Mr. Teachaholic. Let's break down exactly how to read them. Most people think lying is all about shifty eyes. It's not. The absolute biggest giveaways are actually hidden in the language people use. When the brain creates a lie, it experiences something called cognitive load. Basically, your brain is working in overdrive to manufacture a fake story while suppressing the real one. Because of this, the liar's vocabulary leaves specific clues. When people lie, they subconsciously want to separate themselves and their identity from the deception. They switch to hyperformal language or distant titles. Think back to Clinton's famous denial.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Now notice what he did there. He didn't just say her first name. He didn't say Monica. He layered it with a cold, highly formal title, that woman, Miss Lewinsky, to physically and emotionally push her away from his public identity. Because liars are terrified you won't believe them, they overcompensate by giving way too many unnecessary details. If a friend is late because they overslept, a simple truth sounds like, "Sorry man, I overslept." A lie sounds like, "You won't believe it. My alarm went off, but then my cat knocked it off the nightstand, and then the battery fell out, and then there was this weird construction on the main street." They crowd this space with trivial details to make it sound believable, but the excess details are actually a massive red flag. Now let's talk about body language. Deception isn't always about hiding. Sometimes it's about overcorrecting. Take eye contact, for example. Everyone thinks liars avoid looking at you. And because of that myth, modern liars, especially politicians and professional scammers, will do the exact opposite. They will stare deep into your eyes for too long without blinking and forcing a rigid look of honesty to overcompensate. Look out for these other physical tells. The cognitive freeze. When people tell a complex lie, their upper body often goes unnaturally still. The brain is focusing so hard on the narrative that it cuts off natural hand gestures. Self-soothing gestures. Watch out for sudden adjustments. Touching the neck, clearing the throat, or rubbing the nose. When people stress lie, adrenaline spikes, causing capillaries in the nose to dilate, which literally makes it itch. The three-step detection system. So, how do you put all this together without looking like a paranoid weirdo? You use a professional three-step interrogation framework. Establish a baseline. The first 2 to 3 minutes before you ask anything difficult, talk about normal things. Ask about the weather, their weekend, or their favorite food. Observe how they look when they are relaxed. How fast do they talk? Do they blink a lot? What are their natural hand movements? This is their normal baseline. Number 2, look for clusters. The rule of 3. A single tell means absolutely nothing. If someone rubs their nose, maybe they just have allergies. But if you ask them a tough question and they simultaneously rub their nose, shift their pronouns to that person, and lock rigid eye contact, that is a cluster. You are looking for a sharp deviation from the baseline across 3 distinct tells. Number 3, increase the cognitive load. If you suspect a lie, don't accuse them. Instead, ask them to tell their story backward. A truthful person remembers the emotional and sensory high points of the event and can easily reverse the timeline. A liar has memorized a chronological script. Asking them to explain what happened right before the climax completely shatters their mental script and the lie collapses. This is exactly how modern political debates work. Next time you watch a political broadcast, don't just listen to the policy. Watch the pivot. When a politician is asked a direct, uncomfortable question, notice how they repeat the question back at you slowly. They aren't being polite. They are buying 4 seconds of time for their brain to manage the cognitive load and construct a narrative. Human beings are hardwired to survive, and sometimes surviving means lying. But now you know what to look for. If you found these steps helpful, hit that subscribe button, smash the like button, and drop a comment down below. What's a body language tell you've personally caught someone doing? Stay sharp, keep your eyes open, and I'll see you in the next video.